Yes, we've got some more hats to talk about. MLB just dropped new batting practice hats, and again, like the spring training ones, these are kind of fire. So for those of you new to the channel, here's how this video is gonna go. I'm gonna show you the hat, I'm gonna give you my opinion on it, tell you if I like it or dislike it, and you're gonna tell me if you agree or disagree down in the comment section below. Simple. Got it? Good. Let's start talking about these hats, because again, some of these are awesome. I will say though, really disappointed by a couple of them. Let's go find out which hat is which. And also, don't forget to drop a like on the video if you enjoyed and you like the hat, reaction, jersey, content, whatever it's gonna be, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. You see your boy's been uploading again. Just saying. Okay, so we've got the Oakland A's hat here, and it's so close. It's so close to being one of the better ones. I will say I like that they're using the elephant logo. Again, batting practice hats, they should be more fun than the hats that you see on the field. And this one definitely is more fun, but I think the problem is there's just not enough contrast because the elephant is green with a green outline around him. I think maybe if the elephant was actually gray, you have a winner here. This could have been one of the best hats of the entire batting practice collection. So for me, this is kind of mid right now. Really like this Angels hat. Really like it because I think they had like the old Angels logo, the one with like the A during like, I want to say the 80s. Don't quote me on that, but I have a retro Mike Trout jersey that had similar colors to this, and I like that they're going back to those colors on this hat and still keeping that logo. This is awesome. Like, this is genuinely a hat that I think that they should wear in the game. The Angels A, which has difficulty popping at times, is popping off this hat like crazy. To me, this is phenomenal. Houston Astros again, just it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. I don't know. I think I genuinely might be tired of this Astros logo, and maybe it's because they make the World Series every year, or they've just been in the playoffs every year, or it's just because it's kind of boring now. I don't know. It's whatever. It totally looks like a batting practice hat or a spring training hat. I like the tequila sunrise thing, but it's just something's not right with me on this one. I'm not gonna lie. Blue Jays. It's good. They have better hats. I don't think this is necessarily one that you need to buy if you're a Blue Jays fan. Again, it's solid. The light blue with the royal blue brim, like this is a classic look that a lot of teams are now going to for these batting practice spring training hats, and the Blue Jays, it's always gonna work. But this is not one of their best hats. Still good though. God damn it, I hate the Braves. I hate them so much because this is such a clean looking hat, and it's like pulling teeth. Why do I consistently need to compliment the Braves? Why can't I just hate them? I don't want to like their hats. I don't want to like their uniforms. I don't want to like their jerseys, but everything is so clean, and this hat is fantastic. It's simple. It's plain. It doesn't need to be crazy, but you got the old Atlanta A, just really good. It's really good. The Brewers hat, again, using those similar colors that we just saw on the Blue Jays. I think he's called Barrel Man. I like that they're using him on the hat. Not one of my favorites. I wouldn't particularly buy this hat. I like the other Brewers stuff instead, but it's cool. I like that they're, again, incorporating a different logo. It's just, I'm now seeing this light blue and royal blue brim way too much, and it's starting to kind of lose its effect on me. Cardinals rarely miss. They rarely miss, and this is a friggin' hit. This is so awesome. The Cardinals used to wear a hat like this during the regular season. I want to say, I don't know why, I like remember on Sunday Night Baseball they would wear this kind of hat, the navy blue with the red brim. I think did they go with a white STL or did they go with the red one? I don't know. Regardless, love this hat. I think this is really good. This is a good play on what they normally have already. This is super clean. If I'm a Cardinals fan, all over this hat 100%. Really good looking one. Cubs, yes, I love it. You used the bear logo in a better way. Like, this is a really cool one. Again, not very different from what you see from Cubs hats already because the colors are the same and nothing's particularly different, but sometimes you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You just make it a little bit more fun, and that's what they did. This is a fun Cubs hat. If I'm a Cubs fan, I would want this one in my collection. It's not the best by any means, but it's still really good, like up there in like that top tier. Not elite, top tier. Oh, what do I think about this Diamondbacks one? This one's a little bit tough. I like the teal. I like that you got a little bit of that desert sand color in there. I think this one's good. Again, I still want them to go back to the purple and teal. I think that's the best look that they ever had. They're getting closer with this. Like, at least they don't have that weird burnt red. And for BP, it's fine. Snake's alive. So the Dodgers are one of the teams that got two hats. This one, isn't this just their spring training hat? Hold on a second. Yep, it's just their spring training hat. So we're gonna say lame, boring. I mean, like, the actual hat's not bad. It's just like, we've seen this already. We have this already. Then they have the gray one. And, man, I think I like the gray one. I'm not normally a gray guy, but something about this is working. Maybe I think if they went with the LA instead, it would look better. Because again, this Dodger D is like so bizarre for me to see on like Dodger stuff. But I think I like the gray one better just because it's a little bit different, something we haven't seen. Not one of the best hats though. Ooh. I love the Giants using the 90s logo. This is like when Matt Williams and Barry Bonds and those guys were getting, even Kevin Mitchell maybe a little bit at the late 80s version or early 90s, whatever it is. That's when the Giants were using this logo. I like it. It's got an old school feel. It's different than the SF that we normally see. Different even than the Giants logo that has like the ball with the Giants cross. I don't know why I did this on top of my head. That was weird. But you know the logo I'm talking about. I like this a lot. It's boring, it's plain, but it's good for me. So this gets a thumbs up. I don't know why I'm holding a pen. Ooh, the Guardians. I kind of like this hat. Again, I want them to use this Guardians logo so much more. It is way better than that weird, like, kind of chunky, choppy C that they have on the hats normally. I like this Guardians logo. I think it's good. I think it gives them an identity that's at least understandable for the average fan. You don't just see C and go, what C city could that be? Is that Cincinnati? Is that Chicago? No. G for the Guardians. I like it. The two-panel hat's cool. The red brim and the stripes across the middle. Something's working for me here. Again, I said these are all going to be pretty good for the most part, and so far, haven't seen a lot of losers. That being said, I think this one's a loser. I think this one stinks. There's just like a lack of identity here. I've never seen the Mariners S without the logo part, really. It looks weird. It looks like, I don't know, I guess it looks like Seattle, but it's also giving me like just vibes of the XFL team or the UFL or whatever that weird football league is. The Mariners have really cool stuff. This is a dud for me. I don't know, Mariners fans, let me know. Do you like this hat? Because I think this one stinks. Spend your money on just better Mariners stuff. So I've got a bone to pick here with this Marlins hat. One, I wish it was either just white or darker gray. This like weird kind of dirty hat looking color, strange. But what is New Era doing with the pinstripes on this? Why are they going up into like triangles? And then hopefully Jackson, my editor, you're gonna put it on the different screenshots here. If you look at the side of the hat, all of a sudden now on the side panel of the hat, the lines go vertical, but they don't go all the way to the top. And then if you look at the back of the hat, the lines don't match up on the back. What in the is this? This is terrible. This is terrible, terrible, terrible. I can't even believe it. Like when I was looking at these, downloading the images, couldn't believe this is what this hat looked like on the side and on the back. If you spend money on this, you've got to be a stupid person. I'm sorry. If this is just like a mess up on the website, they need to fix it. How could you buy a hat that like is not symmetrical? That would drive me insane. And I actually think it could have been really cool if they just went with the new Marlins logo with the old colors and didn't screw up the pinstripes. But they did, so this one stinks. Speaking of stinks, this best hat stinks. Oh, this one's bad. This is so bad. Why is there a combination of the stripes and the pinstripes? Why did the stripe not go through the middle? I have so many questions as to who designed this because this is a tough looking hat. Like, love the Mets. I don't work for them anymore, so I don't have to be that nice about everything. This is a bad hat. Oh my God, I really hope they don't wear this too often. Maybe it'll look better on the field, but yeesh. This is just ugly. Like, there's no way around it. This is an ugly hat. But luckily, they're one of the teams that have two hats, and this hat is way better, way nicer. I guess this is probably going to be for away games if I had to guess for their BP. Again, not normally a fan of the gray hat, but this is, I believe, what their gray jerseys look like in the 80s, or at least during 86, they had the New York and script across the front. I think it's cool. I think it's different again. It doesn't necessarily like scream Mets at you besides the orange and blue, because again, there's not really any Mets logo on here, but I think this is a cool looking hat. I think this one's fine. I'm not going to buy it, not my style, but I could see someone liking this, and I think it's a good look. Washington Nationals going back to the DC logo for the BP hats. This one's better than the spring training hat. The DC looks a little sloppy. Is that just me, or does the DC look a little sloppy on there? Ooh, voice crack. Yikes. I'm 28 and I just had a voice crack. This hat is completely fine. Middle of the pack. I don't really want to talk much more about it. It's boring me. At least they use the DC logo though. The Orioles. I mean, they just have great colors and it works, and they've got a different, is this a different looking Oriole bird than's normally on all their logos? I think it's slightly different. Still good for me. Orioles rarely miss. This one is not a miss. This one's a pretty good looking hat. I've really had a conundrum with the Padres hats recently. Do I like this one? Yes, I think I do. I think I like this one. Bringing the brown back in. The panel in the front is a little bit weird because it's just, it's not the full front panel. It's a piece of it and it's gray, but I think I like it. And honestly, it's probably frustrating for you as a viewer. I can't tell you why, but I like this one. So here's gonna be my most controversial take. Like, I hate this, but guess what? I'm a Mets fan and I hate it. Philly fanatic. Like, this is cool. If I was a Phillies fan, totally get buying this. Totally get it. Philly fanatic on the hat. Cool look. Arguably the best mascot in sports. He's a fun guy, but I don't know. It's crazy to think like grown men would be wearing this hat. It feels like a hat for children. And if you're a child and you're wearing it, great. If you're an adult and wearing it, great too. I don't care. Even if I was a Phillies fan, it would never touch my head. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. The We Are Family Pittsburgh Pirates hat's awesome. I owned this hat as a kid when I was like collecting hats. One of the first ones that I think I bought with my money. Just love the stars and stripes with the Pirates. It's got that old school feel from Willie Stargell days, and it's unique. You just don't see this from any other team, and the Pirates crush it yet again. The black and yellow is just iconic with Pittsburgh. It's so good. Texas Rangers. it's fine. It's fine for me. I like it because it's a little bit different than what we see from the Rangers normally. I've seen that T logo before. It's not anything new. It's an old school logo. I think technically it's a completely fine hat. Clean, good, no complaints. The Rays crushed it. I mean, they crushed it again. They crushed it again. I love that old school Devil Rays logo. Absolutely love it. Loved it as a kid. I think this is something that maybe I'm just nostalgic with because that's the logo that I grew up with. Granted, I think the TB, upon further review, could have been one solid color. I don't necessarily love. Oh, maybe that's like the Rays? I don't know. It's 11:30 when I'm recording this. I can't get too creative right now with my brain, but I like this one. Okay, did we just see this one for the Red Sox for spring training as well? Am I going crazy again? We basically did, but they switched the colors on the B. So the B was white with a blue outline. Now it's blue with a white outline. So for me, you get a thumbs down, which I don't know if you can see that. You get a thumbs down because, I don't know, man. Be creative. Be creative. This is too boring. This is too safe. The hat objectively looks good, but I'm being a cranky old man now. Cincinnati Reds, I guess we're coming from the same school of the New York Mets of let's just put a random couple stripes on the bottom of this hat for absolutely no reason. What vibes is this giving me? I don't know. There's like, am I crazy? It feels like a milkman hat. I don't think that's even what they look like. I think they're just all white. Jackson, feel free to put one on screen and make me look like an idiot here. But this hat sucks. I don't know why there's that random red line on the bottom with just enough weird space below it to show more white. This is terrible. I think I have an issue when things are not symmetric, and this right here is driving me nuts with the amount of empty space that's above the Reds, even though the bottom of it is just covered up. Like, oh, this is awful. Get off my screen. I'm done. Colorado Rockies. Got a bone to pick with you because we're constantly clashing. Constantly. And this might be a new era problem again because they're going to have the same issues here with the pinstripes. I checked it. The side looks ridiculous. The back looks like someone was blind putting it together. This hat would have been awesome if it didn't have the pinstripes. If it had no pinstripes on there, it would be phenomenal. But someone thought there was a great idea to take a purple hat, put black pinstripes on it, not even a bright black, not even like a strong black. Gotta be the most weak black pinstripes I've ever seen. Again, they don't match up. Oh, so close, Colorado. So close. Why? Why do you keep doing this? You guys can have the coolest stuff in the league, like your City Connect jersey. Amazing. This, oh, God. Who approved it? Who approved the black pinstripes on a purple hat? God. Royals hat. Hate it. Initial reaction. Hate it. Can't really put a finger on why. I think it's because the Royals logo is white, outlined on a white hat. Again, who's approving this? These are like concepts of design that just don't really make any sense. Too much white, too much space. The logo's too small. Hate it. Done. Get it off my screen. Maybe I don't like these hats as much as I thought. God, I'm being a cranky old man. This Tigers hat is fine. I don't know. If it was a white front, I think it would have looked much better. They did a gray outline around the Tigers thing too. I guess that's probably to match the gray backdrop of the hat, but then a white stripe through the middle. I think the stripe design could have worked. Just should have been on a white hat. So for me, this one gets a close but no cigar. And why is the D in Detroit so small? Like, why? What's up with the logo sizing sometimes on these things as well? It's way too small. They got one of the best logos in terms of hats in baseball. Show it off. Oh, look at this. They did pinstripes, but for some reason, these don't go into a triangle. Oh, I love it. I love it. And maybe I only love it because it's not making me angry. But the Twins North Star hat, like it. I know that M is like just kind of a copy of the old Marlins logo, which is technically new, but it's old. The Jose Reyes, Mark Burley days, which lasted like, what, a year with Ozzie Guillen. I don't know. I like this hat. It's good. Twins should rock it. White Sox got two hats. This one we've seen before. Solid, good, no problems. Don't really want to talk about it much because the next one is a heater. Could be one of my favorites. Now, they took the same hat and they gave them the old school colors of the White Sox, that navy blue. It's a unique navy blue too. Like, you don't see this kind of navy. I don't know. It's kind of shiny with that bright red. I think this is awesome. If the White Sox ever rebrand, they should go back to these colors because I think they're really good, even though I love what the White Sox branding is anyway to begin with. I think they have some really strong stuff, but this hat's fucking fire. This could be my favorite one of the entire video. If I'm a White Sox fan, must buy 100%. And then last but least, yeah, I hate them. They're the Yankees. They got two hats. This one right here is okay, I'm gonna wrap my head around it. It looks like you retired the number, right? Like a retired number patch, or when they retired the numbers out in the outfield in Monument Park. They got the pinstripes behind it. It's a little bit busy because the Yankee logo doesn't really pop with how many pinstripes are going there. Again, just spend your money on a different Yankees hat. They have great ones. It's an iconic look. Like, I hate this team, but they probably have the most iconic hat ever made in the entire history of the world. So for me, and would I spend $45 on this one? No, when you could just buy a regular Yankee hat. But it's not bad. It's just not good. This one, I think, is terrible. terrible. I think it's awful. Like, I would have loved if they just put that Yankees logo normally on there, the white baseball with the red stitches and the red Yankees on it with the red, white, and blue hat. I think that would have looked sick. I think that would have looked awesome. But instead, they went with, man, I wish I could remember my advertising color theory class names. It's not monochromatic, is it? What's it called when it's two colors? Duochromatic? Upon further review, it is called duochromatic or duotone. Yeah, I get it. That's a design thing. I hate it, though. I hate it. I think it would have looked so much better if you went with the regular logo. And there you have it. You have about 15, 20 minutes of me ranting and also raving about these hats. I guess I didn't like as many of them as I thought. The ones that were good were amazing. The ones that were bad, they stunk, some of them. I'd love to know which ones you thought were the best down in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought the best and worst hat was. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed, as well as subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the content coming at you. Follow me on my social media, GiraffeNeckMarc, links in description. If there's any hats or jerseys or new things coming out and you want me to review them, DM me, send them to me on Twitter, whatever it is. I'm happy to continue doing this content if you guys like it. And that's where I'm going to wrap up today. You guys know the drill from here on out. YouTube recommends you watch this video. This is my most recent upload. Click through those if you have not yet seen them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all for another video. Bye.